So the big question is this: how do voiceover artists like us who are looking to take our careers to the next level, but don't buy into the claims of needing expensive equipment and demos, start bringing in new clients? How do you follow a clear path to changing your voiceover side hustle into your full-time job and stick it to those that said you couldn't? Those are the questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Earl Hall, and welcome to In the Booth with Earl Hall, where we know how to grind and don't quit. Hey, good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome into the show. We've got a good one for you today. Make sure that you find me on Alexa. That's right. You can get me as your Alexa flash briefing. Just go to Alexa, look up voiceover coaching or voiceover marketing. I'm going to be the guy there. Check me out on iTunes at In the Booth, YouTube, Earl Hall Studio, on IG at Earl Hall Studio, as well as Snapchat, Earl Hall Studio. Look, today it's all about, don't believe the hype. So much stuff I hear every single day from people that are scared of voiceover, people that don't know if they ought to do voiceover, people wondering if they have what it takes to do voiceover. Let me just tell you this. You got to stop listening to so many different people and their opinions, mine included. You know, I say to my students a lot, look, you can let me listen to your demo. You can let me do an evaluation of you, and I'll give you my opinion of this thing. But if this is what you want to do, bump my opinion. Forget it. This is what your passion is. Then you do whatever it takes to live out that life dream that you have. I listen and hear so many different people talk about microphones to use, microphones not to use. I think the only, prejudice I have is against a USB microphone. Just don't think it's good enough. But again, there are so many different thoughts, so many different opinions on things, what kind of space you should have if you are ready to consider yourself a professional voiceover artist. One of the biggest things that I tell people all the time, look, stop waiting for someone to give you permission to be great. Stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're ready. If I would have done that, this is just my own story. If I would have done that 2 years ago, I've been in this game for about just a little over a decade. If I would have listened to that, I wouldn't have started coaching because people are like, well, who are you? Who are you to coach? I wouldn't have started my own agency. Who are you to start an agency? What gives you the qualifications to be an agency? I wouldn't have started helping people start, build, and grow a successful voiceover business, which is what this whole thing is about within the booth at Earl Hall, with what I do at stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, with what I do at voiceovermarketingmastery.com. There is something that you do that people are going to complain about you doing it. And a lot of the reason why people complain is because they're scared. I look at some of the different agencies that are around my own city. I look at some of the different studios that are around my own city, and everybody's like, who is this guy? Where does this guy come from? What is he doing? How come he's doing this? Why is he taking clients from us? Look, this is America. This is America. Do what it is that you want to do. Hey, you might be listening to me from another country, but if it's democracy, go for it. Whatever it is that you want to do, if you sit back and wait for someone to tell you it's okay for you to do it, 9 times out of 10, you won't do it because you're too scared, because you're listening to that other man, that other woman tell you that you don't have what it takes. Well, I'm here to tell you, do what you want to do. Grind and don't quit at it. If there's something that you believe in about yourself, I don't care if it's voiceover. I don't care what the industry is. I don't care what people are saying about you. The thing that you want to do in this life, it's your life. You do it. No one else has the power over you to tell you you can or can't do something. If you want to do character voices, damn it, learn how to do a character voice. If you want to learn how to do movie trailers, damn it, learn how to do movie trailers and learn the steps to do it. Half the time people fail because they sit back and wait for someone to tell them what to do. Stop waiting for someone to tell you what to do and go out there and do what the freak you want to do. Whether it's in voiceover, it doesn't even matter the industry. If you've got the passion for it and you've got the knowledge and the skill to do it, and even if you don't, you can learn all of that stuff. You can learn all of that stuff on the go. Quite honestly, that's how I did it. I mean, what school is there for voiceover? Let's just be honest. How many people have some sort of college degree in voiceover? Let's just be honest. We all learn this thing on the fly. We all get people that we can talk to. Hopefully, it's becoming easier and easier now. Back in my day, back in the early 2000s, when I first started this whole thing, no one would talk to anyone. Everyone was keeping it, close to the vest. You couldn't do anything unless you had an agent. Do you realize there is no barrier to entry to voiceover? None. There is no barrier to voiceover. The only thing that's going to be a barrier to you is not learning and not getting the knowledge and not going out there and doing. There's too much technology out here for us to be worried about so much of the stuff that people are worried about. You're concentrating on getting an agent? Stop it. Sure, go out there and get an agent if you want one, but you're going to get loads of more work discovering how to do this thing on your own than any other agent is going to send to you, especially when you're just starting out. As you go higher and higher up the chain and you get to that coveted movie trailer and national ad campaign thing, sure, an agent can come in handy. But let's just be honest, you're going to start, build, and grow this voiceover business based on your own efforts. I want to thank you guys for listening to this episode of In the Booth with Earl Hall. Make sure you follow me on Alexa. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at Earl Hall Studio. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel at Earl Hall Studio. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Grind and don't quit.